CarolinaWorks is brought to you in part by the South Carolina Occupational Information System, South Carolina's official career resource network, and your pathway to success.
Coming up, live theater is the last place you expect to find a blind person working backstage, but that's where you'll find Nancy Vanderbrink. What does it take to be financially literate? Karen Jenkins has some advice. Wine Country, South Carolina, where a little low country vineyard is making a big impact. All this and more on Carolina Works. Karen Jenkins is what you might call a financial crisis manager. Here she is with some sage advice on keeping your footing in a tough economy.
According to a national Gallup poll conducted this month, when Americans were asked what was the biggest problem facing our nation, 64% of them answered the economy. That number up 200% from 3 years ago.
What we found in today's economy is so many people running around and scrounging around just to try to be in survival mode. The problem is that most people have never been taught financial literacy. When I went to college, when I graduated from high school, when I went on and got my master's, at no point in time had I ever taken a financial literacy class. So it was basically for me trying to find out information from my parents, from friends, from other experts to educate me on what I needed to know to build my financial wealth. So I've written a book called Nobody Told Me, because nobody told me, and I wanted to share that story with other people.
In addition to managing her own business, being a wife, and mother of two, Karen also makes time to host financial workshops to empower her local community.
This is the first time I have been to a financial workshop. It was very helpful. I learned I need to keep a check on my score, keep a check on what's on my record, and to budget better, to be able to save money for my future. Right now, we basically pay our bills week to week. With what he makes and our children and daycare, I mean, it takes a toll on the weekly budget.
The best thing I've learned here today was to try to manage my money, understand how to budget my money, and what to look for, how to make my financial situation better than what it is. Right now, I'm not able to save like I would like to, but this class will help me learn how to budget my money so that I can begin to save money for my future.
Karen's clients are learning financial responsibility and fiscal peace of mind.
The big thing that I learned from Karen is that I need to be the coach of my financial team. Not that I'm going to go out and turn all of my information over to the financial planner or the mortgage broker or the banker and allow them to tell me what I need for my financial picture, but I am going to tell them what I need for my financial picture.
Van Zell began seeking Karen's advice 2 years ago.
My financial picture is a little bit different. I'm married, I have 6 children, my wife doesn't work. So, you know, in a way, I guess, yes, we've been preparing for it because, you know, a few years ago, we decided that credit cards were not the way to go. But the advice was dead on point with the advice that Karen was giving.
It's something Karen's clients know all too well.
The majority of the clients that I have coming in to see me now are really coming in waving the white flag, saying, I need help. I'm struggling, I don't know what to do. So as they come in and we're sitting down looking at their particular situations, we're trying to put together a strategy. Seek someone that can assist you and walk you through this. It's a temporary crisis, but you don't want to make it worse by ignoring it. If they find that they're in a situation where they're struggling to pay their bills, let's say they had 2 incomes and now they're down to 1, you really have to change your entire family plan. That plan needs to now incorporate a new budget, looking at the expenses and prioritizing those expenses as to which ones will get paid and when. When you prioritize your budget, you have to pay your house first. The basic needs have to be met first. Pay the mortgage, pay the utilities, pay for food. Those things would be paid, but other things may have to be negotiated. Stay in contact with your lenders, be it the mortgage company or the credit card companies. We have to make sure that people understand when we're in crisis mode, we have to prioritize our bills properly, and we have to take care of our needs first. But you can't stick your head in the sand. You can't ignore the fact that you owe these people, but you can talk to them and see if you can negotiate.
And for those in survival mode who never took the first step, never got the financial advice, or never received the financial foundation for their future, they're essentially sitting in a house of cards. Credit cards mounting in debt.
Finances can impact so many things in our lives. It will impact you from a physical perspective because the stress levels just get to you so much that you're just so stressed. Mentally, your mind is not right, so you may not be making right decisions and looking for jobs. From a relationship perspective, you and your spouse may not be doing too well right now, or your family may be struggling, and you cannot let finances take control. These things are temporary and they can be worked out, but you have to have the resources, knowledge, and the willpower to go in and make sure that they're rectified.